Hello people, it's your boy Usman back again with another video. Firstly, just want to say sorry for not getting a reaction video out for the game against Brighton. Obviously, we won that game 1-0. Ashley Young with an absolute screamer. Unfortunately, I couldn't even watch the game, let alone get a reaction video out. From what I have heard, we weren't fantastic. But like I said, I've not watched the game personally myself. I've been very busy over the weekend, so apologies, but this is a preview for Manchester United v Watford. Obviously, we're away. It's going to be a very hard game, make no mistake about it. Watford, for me personally, have been the surprise package of the season so far. To be honest, I'm not really that surprised given who their manager is. Marco Silva is an absolute fantastic manager. He showed under a very restricted squad with Hull that he has the capabilities of being a successful manager and a good one for that, and he has really got Watford playing at a good sort of level. So for me personally, I think it's going to be a very difficult game. However, we don't really have any other choice, but we have to try and win the game. From what I've heard from individual people that I've spoken to regarding the Man U game, obviously we won first and foremost, which is the most important thing, but I just don't think the players seem like they're moving the ball quick enough. Obviously, I've seen the bits and bats from the game. For me personally, I just want them to go back to basics. Just start when you flipping used to play football back in the day on the streets when you were playing with your mates. Play the ball to feet, run off him, pass and move. Very simple. At the moment, most of the stuff is coming from Pogba, the creativity wise. For me personally, I've said it on numerous occasions, Rashford and Martial, both very good players, but for me personally, the decision making is really poor. Martial's trying to take on too many players. Rashford for me is trying too many flicks and trying to be a bit too cute. Just keep it simple, boys. If Martial wants to run out players, that's fine, but at the same time, you got to mix it up. You got to play those 1-2s and running behind. They got so much pace. It's kind of frustrating me because they're so quick. I just want them to utilize the pace of running behind and try and get the players stretched as possible. Yes, I understand it's good to go wide as well for the players to make the pitch as big as possible, using the width, but they got to make it wide as well. Like obviously running behind as many opportunities as we can get. However, what we'll say is the ball has to be moved a lot quicker through the thirds. We're giving teams too many opportunities to sit up into backs of four. One thing I will say is I'm not really sure how Watford are going to play, because at the moment they've been very good on the ball. I'm not really sure they're going to play very defensive against us. Obviously they were really expansive against Chelsea, and I think they were 2-0 up with it. Obviously they played really good against Chelsea and they ended up losing in the second half, but they were very expansive against Chelsea. Hopefully they play like that against us. Yes, they're very good on the ball. However, if they were to sit back and to counter us, they could be very dangerous with the likes of Andre Gray up front, and also they got Riccarlis there, and Decore has been fantastic as well. Cleverly is going to want to prove a point against Man United. I'm not sure if these players are fit, by the way, so I haven't had a look. But obviously, some of their individual players on the day can really cause a bit of trouble, basically. But let's talk about ourselves. We have got a very good squad. Pretty much everyone's fit. We've not really got any excuses. So for me personally, we've got no other option but obviously to go out and put in decent performance. We are away from home as well, so that might lift a bit of the pressure from the lads. But to be fair, at home we have been very solid this season. But like I said, the performance wasn't fantastic from what I'm hearing. It just seemed a bit lethargic in the middle of the park, well, especially from the wingers. A lot of people are criticising Rashford and said he's just not contributing enough. For me personally, I just don't really know what he's doing on that wing. Yes, I know he's not a winger, so you can't really criticise him too much, but I have said it on numerous occasions. You've got to get in those positions that you're going to score goals. At the end of the day, if you're not a winger, that's understandable. Why not play as a second striker? Play as a right forward, mate, or left forward, depending on what side of the wing he's on. You just get in closer to Lukaku. He's in so much isolation, and Lukaku has to be better. His hold-up play has to be better. He needs to bring players into the game. Yes, we understood when we banned Lukaku that this is one of his weaknesses. However, for me personally, he's not really getting much help. There's not many people around him just for him to pop it off. Play the ball to the big man, pop it off, run off him. Play this 1-2, just interchange of play. At the moment, for me, it's just too predictable. It's the same flipping thing, man. Oh God, I really hope we put in a good performance against Watford, because if we don't, we can't be up for it. Not only a tough game, but it could be a very it could be an upset, really. Let's make no mistake about it. Yes, they're in fine form, but if we end up losing to Watford, and obviously Man City go and beat Southampton, which is obviously not an easy game, 11 points, realistically speaking, that's pretty much the title done. Yes, I understand that you can't win the title, but you can't lose it. And let's make no mistake about it, 11 points against a Man City team that are absolutely flying, although it's very early on in the season, it's pretty much sewn up unless they get a lot of injuries, and it's pretty much theirs to lose at 11 points. Let's make no mistake about it. But that aside, let me go into my team selection. So in there, De Gea, Valencia right back, centre backs, I'm going to stick with Smalling, and I'm going to go for Rojo. In fact, Lindelof I heard had a fantastic game, so I'm going to leave Lindelof in. I'm going to go for Lindelof and Smalling, and left back I'm going to go for Luke Shaw. It's not going to happen, but I'd love to see Luke Shaw. I just don't want anyone else in there, but hey, what's going to happen? Anyways, middle part, Matic and Pogba. Number 10, I would love to see Mkhitaryan. Again, it's not going to happen. So I'm just going to stick to Juan Mata. On the right, Rashford. On the left, Martial. And up top, Lukaku. I'm hearing Lukaku potentially could get a ban because of his kick out. But obviously, we've not really heard too much about if it's going to go through or not. Hopefully it doesn't go through for this game in particular, because like I said, we're going to need it. But if it does go through, they'll be banned for 3 games, and still we do have Zlatan. We still do have other options off the bench. Just to shuffle the pack, and to be fair, it might be a blessing in disguise. It might just take him out the limelight a bit, because like I said, he hasn't been on fantastic form. Yes, he got that goal against Newcastle, but his overall play for me has to improve massively. But again, this is what we knew he was buying, so we can't be too overly critical, because we knew what we was paying for. So I suppose we got to just deal with the situation. He will get better, and obviously he's got Zlatan to learn from, and who better else to learn from than the master or the lion himself. But yeah, regarding the game in general, I really want our players running behind. Their defense is not that fast. Look, at the end of the day, the defense isn't fantastic. Yes, going forward, they've been fantastic this season, but they definitely got weaknesses. Their fullbacks aren't all that. Was it Holebas and Britos, I would imagine, that were playing at the back with Kabul. I don't know the full team off the top of my head, but I would imagine it's Holebas, sorry, pardon me, Holebas, Britos, Kabul, sorry, playing on the back. They're not that good. Gomez tends to have a good game against us in general, but again, he's not fantastic. Cleverly for me, he's a dead player, but like I said, he probably wanted to prove something. The main man for me is Richarlison. That guy's been in 5 forms, so if we can keep him quiet, we can probably occupy most of their team. But just overall in general, it's very important that the players are up for this game, because like I said, if we don't turn up this game, they are going to beat us. Let's make no mistake about it. They're a very good team, and we're going to do well to get a solid result against them. So I'm going to think it's a tight game. It could really go either way, but because it's obviously Man United and we're flipping playing for a title, I'm going to back the boys. I'm going to pardon me, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. What do you guys think? How do you think the game's going to go? For me personally, we've got to utilise, make the most of their lack of pace in defence. So we've got to exploit that, and obviously get our players running in behind us as much as possible. Pogba's got the capabilities, as well as Matic, to be fair to him. He's got a good pass on him to find the players. It's just a matter of if they're willing to obviously make the runs off the ball, as well as actually play football, man. Why can't we pass the ball through the lines like any normal human being team does? Just pass the ball, pop it off, keep the ball, recycle the ball. I just don't understand what's going on when we keep forcing attacks. It's really frustrating to watch, but thankfully Luke Shaw actually got us a lucky goal. To be fair, Ashley Young does actually deserve to keep his left back spot. I know I put Luke Shaw in, but I don't know why I was slightly deluded then. But yeah, Ashley Young will probably keep his left back spot. I suppose he did win the game. Him and Lindelof, from what I've heard, were our best players on the pitch. But anyways, what do you guys think? What do you think about Watford? Obviously, it's going to be a tight game. I've already talked about their players. Richarlison being the danger man for them. But for us, obviously, we need to keep Pogba in the game and just try to play it a bit closer to Lukaku. Because for me personally, I've said it so many times, the guy's not getting enough support, and if we want him to flourish at Man United, we need to not play like he was when he was at Everton, when he wasn't getting any support. The only player that was supporting him at Everton was Barkley, but it seems like the similar situations happen at Man United. We're leaving him isolated, and that's why he's not having any success. But hopefully the players step up, because like I said, you know, it's going to be a massive game for us. I'm going 2-1 Man United. Leave your comments. What do you think that's going to happen? Feel free to drop a like, share, subscribe, and obviously comment in general what you think I've said, if you agree or disagree. Apart from that, it's been your boy Usman. Take care. Come on, United. Come on.